Time is a very finite resource. And just like any other resource on this planet, the less of it there is, the more valuable it becomes. This is why, for example, when people hit that imaginary threshold of 30 years old, your time becomes more valuable. Hence the phrase, I'm not wasting my time with X, Y, and Z. You're no longer feeling the need to go to the club so much. You're no longer feeling the need to swipe right on Tinder all day, hopefully, anyway. It's like you want to be more intentional with who you spend your time with. If you only have $100 in your wallet, are you going to spend it on something frivolous, or are you going to spend it with something that can stretch a little bit longer? Your decision, not mine. But moving forward, when you hit 40 years old, for example, when you're 40, you're hopefully getting more cemented in your career path, whether that's entrepreneurship or that's even rising the ranks of corporate America. Or maybe you want to move further in whatever your hobby is and gain more expertise and wisdom in that regard. Whatever it is, When you're in your 50s, 60s, 70s though, you start to think more about what are you going to leave behind. You realize, you're kind of edging closer to the end, so you start to be a lot more intentional with it than that of a 10-year-old, for example, right? You say, dang, okay, I lived this life. What am I going to do with the rest of it? How am I going to use my time even more effectively? What lessons am I going to pass down? What assets am I going to give to such and such? Like establishing your trust, your power of attorney, your wills, and all that type of stuff, right? The thing is, though, it's like we always have to wait for something crazy to happen, whether that's the end of our lives or we have to have a coming to God moment where we have a scary car accident or we have an illness that really reminds us of our mortality. What if we didn't waste so much time? What if we didn't waste so much time on instantaneous pleasure? What if we didn't waste so much time on the physical world? What if we were more intentional with our time as a collective? You see? There'd be a lot less people spending hours upon hours upon hours on social media just doom scrolling. There'd be a lot less time spent arguing and bickering over stupid things. If you realize that you had 10 hours to live, how would you spend it, right? Now, what if with that same vigor and that same tenacity that you were using with those last 10 hours, that you just stretch that out right now for the rest of your life? How much more could you get done? How much more proud of yourself would you be? How much better of a legacy will you leave behind if you use your time more effectively? I could go on and on about it, but I think that's good enough. Till the next one, peace.